Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I hope you're having a great day in Jesus. Just want to make you aware of a couple of J. Budziszewski books, and I think I'm pronouncing that name right, J. Budziszewski. I think he teaches down at the University of Texas at Austin. The stuff I've read by him, I really like. I did a review a while back about what people need to know, like Christians need to know before they go to college. Christians and, how to stay Christian in college. At some point I'd love to get like his complete works, but obviously money and space prevent us. Maybe God will y'all be praying God will give us space to be able to get the library out. Hell, everybody wants to do a tour of my library. I'm like, no, you don't, because it's boxes. Okay, so J. Budziszewski is a professor of government and philosophy at the University of Texas at Austin. I've been to the University of Texas in Austin, went to their movie exhibit, which was amazing because I'm holiness and I teach on Hollywood movies and how it's a negative influence for the most part. There's some uplifting ones, but for the most part it's very bad. And so I found it was interesting going through the Hollywood moral code and stuff. But then they also had the Gutenberg Bible there. And at the time I was there, they had the very first photograph, the real thing, 1827. And I couldn't make anything else. They seemed to really like it. But it's pretty neat. Philip Johnson recommends it, which Philip Johnson books are great in themselves. Resurrection of Nature, The Nearest Coast of Darkness, and True Tolerance. This is his other books. So what we can and cannot know, a guide, revised and expanded, Ignatius Press, which Ignatius be a Catholic publisher. You'll find this funny coming from a Pentecostal, but I just had a very prominent Pentecostal man that runs a very prominent Pentecostal ministry, and he was going over to me, just sent me a text about things he had learned from 2020, and he said how much the conservative organizations in America are dominated by Catholics, and he thought that was a good thing. He was like, the Catholics are doing a lot to uphold conservatism in America, and I thought, well, that's interesting, that perspective. I was kind of glad he saw it, actually. Even though I'm definitely not Catholic. I love Catholic people. I would disagree with doctrine. Have to learn that. So deny how the world was lost, recovering the lost world. This reminds me some, too, of Jacques Barzon, even though I know Jacques Barzon did history from dawn to decadence. So let me just read page 112. Both weaknesses turn up in the theory of the early modern thinker Thomas Hobbes. This is not Calvin and Hobbes. This is Thomas Hobbes, Leviathan. Hobbes focuses exclusively on the witness of natural consequences. In fact, on just one natural consequence, death. Remember, I think he's the one that said life is nasty, short, and brutish. And he'd gone through the Civil War in Britain, and he just wanted government, even if it was tyrannical, to chaos. He said it was good. And then the case for natural law, really like a lot of things on natural law, because who's the creator of nature? God. So it's kind of the way God intended things to be when we talk about natural law. Paul actually talks about natural law in his epistles as well. So I just kind of want to make you acquainted in case maybe you missed the last video on Budziszewski. And so this isn't like an official review on these two books, just kind of showing you the two books. This one is 252 pages. That's with an index of, it's got an appendix. It's 230 or so, 228 with the appendix. And then this one is, this has an appendix as well, index, excuse me. And then a lot of notes. And then appendix 251 of actual reading. So, it's the type thing you might enjoy reading sometime. I think a lot of people do. I'm really enjoying, who is it? And I don't know anything about this guy. He's known as the Bionic Mosquito. And he's been going through for several months of history, natural law, and where Christendom came from. So it's been fascinating. So anyhow, What We Can't Know and Written on the Heart, The Case for Natural Law by J. Budziszewski. Also my friend Bobby Kilman is one of his favorite authors. God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.